Buying a new chain for your chainsaw can be daunting, especially if you've never done it before. There's a lot of specific language and terminology that you might not understand at a glance. In this video, we're going to show you how to understand that terminology and how to use it to your advantage to identify the chain you need. So the basic anatomy of a chainsaw chain is as follows. So you've got the round parts, rivets, which are what hold everything together. Then you've got the teeth that engage with the bar itself. Those are called drive links. Then, connected to those, you've got the cutters. So these are the bits that are actually doing the cutting while you're using your chainsaw, and they alternate from left to right. Now, there are three things we need to know to identify the correct chainsaw chain for your saw. First is the pitch. Now, the pitch is the distance between the center line of one rivet and then the center line of not the next rivet, but the rivet after. Secondly, you need the gauge. The gauge is the thickness of the drive length. So where the chain slots into the bar on your chainsaw, you just need the thickness of that. Finally, you need the length of the chain. Now, it's a very, very common misconception that you need to give the length in inches or centimeters. You'll look at your chainsaw, like this one, for example, and say, oh, I've got a 20-inch bar, I've got a 50-centimeter bar, can I have a 50-centimeter chain? Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. And you can't really measure your existing chain either, because if it's worn out, it's probably stretched a little, so it won't be the exact length that a new one will be. What someone needs to know to find the correct length of a chain is how many drive links it has, because that won't change with use. So with those three bits of information, you can find the right chain for your chainsaw. So let's have a look at this chain for an example. If I didn't have specific tools for measuring the chain, you could measure the length between 1, 2, 3, so 2 rivets like this. And if you've got some calipers, preferably some digital ones, you could figure out what the thickness of the drive link is here. That's not necessarily going to be really accurate, but it will probably point you in the right direction. Drive links are the easy part. So probably the most efficient way to do it, rather than laying your chain out and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would always hold it like this and then count down in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, and so on. If you do have specific measuring tools, they can really help out. So I've got two examples here. Lots of versions of these exist. This is a Stihl one. This is an Oregon one. So this one comes with an Oregon sharpening kit as standard. Lots and lots of other third-party ones exist, but they're a really handy tool to very quickly identify the size of your chain, and accurately as well. So we'll use the Oregon one as an example. So first, we'll just see what the pitch is. So you'll see along here, on the top, you've got some ridges, along the bottom you've got some ridges, and they've got some measurements next to them. So these are designed so that you put them over the rivets, and you can see which ones line up and show you the pitch that you've got. So this chain, let's have a look. So I would say, based on this, that this chain is a 0.325 inch pitch. Usually, it's a bit confusing with chainsaw chains because they go in metric and imperial. Usually you'll find the pitch in imperial and the gauge in metric. So we've got a pitch of 0.325 inches. That's a good start, but we don't know the gauge. So you'd find the gauge out by putting the drive link in one of these slots here. So on this Oregon one, you've got imperial on one side and metric on the other. All we do is drape the chain over and we push it in to these measuring slots. Now, it's a little bit of sort of just knowing what to feel for, but essentially you want the chain to be really snug, but not to have to force it in. You get a bit of a wobble out of every size except 1.1 mil. So I would say this is a 1.1 millimeter gauge chain. Finally, we just need to see what the length is, and that's, as I showed you earlier, you just count the number of drive links, and on this chain, it's 51. So I've got my pitch, I've got my gauge, and I've got my number of drive links. That will allow me to buy a chain from any given manufacturer by putting in those details. We sell Oregon chain primarily. They have a shorthand for various combinations of pitch and gauge, and they actually engrave or stamp that code into the drive link on their chains. So with an Oregon chain, I don't actually need to do the first bits of measuring. I just need to know how many drive links are on the chain, because I can have a look at the drive link and it says 80 on there. And the type of chain it is a TXL. That's sort of referring to more specific bits of specification that the chain has. But all I need to then know is how many drive links it has. So it's 51. So it's 80 TXL 051, and usually followed by the letter E, which stands for endless, which means that the chain has been made into a loop, rather than you buying a reel of chainsaw chain that is not closed and ready to use on a chainsaw. So that's what that says here on the box. At Mower Magic, generally speaking, we stock and sell Oregon chain primarily. There are a few reasons for that, and I'll go into them now. So one is Oregon's Lubrotech system. So it's a clever system that is in the design of the chain that helps it lubricate more evenly, and it means the chain's lubricated on startup. Essentially, on the bottom of the drive links, there are little grooves cut in that act as oil reservoirs. So when the chain's not running, oil pools in those little reservoirs, and that means that the chain is lubricated on startup. So you don't get quite as much friction build up, your chain speed gets up faster, and you're ready to work just that little bit quicker. Another nice feature is a very subtle one, but on the bottom of each cutter, there is just a slight angle cut out. Now that is to reduce vibration. So by making less of the edge of the cutter being in direct contact with the bar, it acts as kind of like a shock absorber. So it means that less vibration is passed on through the saw to your hands as you're operating it. On the cutting teeth, you've also got little engraved filing indicators that show you how far you can file down the tooth before it stops being effective as a cutting tool. A lot of the chain on an Oregon chain is blued as well, so it's heat treated especially so that it's got higher resistance to corrosion. And then where it isn't blued, at the top where you've got the cutter, it's chrome plated, so it's going to keep its sharpness for longer. So it means you have to change your chain less or have to sharpen it less than an alternative that isn't chromed on the cutter. Finally, on an Oregon chain, you've got hardened rivets. So Oregon induction hardens and then quenches their rivets, which means there's a stronger material that wears less over time. And less wear on your chain means that the chain stretches less, which means you have to make less chain tension adjustments while you're working. Aside from all the practical benefits that an Oregon chain can give you while you're cutting, when you need a new chain, there's another great feature that Oregon puts on them as well. They stamp in a code into the drive link that corresponds to the type of chain you've got. So it's shorthand for the pitch and the gauge you've got. So very often, if you need a new chain, you really only need the number of drive links, because you can look for the corresponding chain to the code that is stamped onto the drive link. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful in some way for you. We'd love it if you left a comment if you've got any questions for us. We love seeing your feedback and we love answering questions. We're here to help. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more content like this.